All right, here we're going to look at the dimensioning flowchart and dimensioning guidelines and try to put those together. Help you learn how to dimension an object. All right, so it says, first of all, let's complete that multi-view drawing. Done, right? We got our front view, got our top view, and we got our right view. Top view's above the front, right view's to the right of the front. All right, next up. Oh, I don't think there it goes. All right, next up is to count the number of features. So here are the features. They're going to count the little notch cut out at the top. Here's another view of it down here. They're going to count the hole as the second feature. Okay, and then the large block as the third feature. All right, let's see what they go with next here. So next in the flow chart, select the best view to represent each feature. Well, we're going to pick a feature to take care of here first, which in this case is the notch. And where does the contour of this notch show best? Well, it shows best in the front view. Okay, I can see this change in the contour here. I can't really see it up here, and I can't see it very well over here. Okay, and we are not dimensioning the isometric. We only do it in the orthographic views. All right, so it's the best view is the front view. All right. All right. Next up, okay, dimension each feature, size, location. Okay, so here we go. Make sure also it says up here match dimension precision to measurement precision. So the measurements that are needed should match the dimensions you give as far as precision is concerned. So they needed to give the size and location. So in other words, it is this far in from the corner, that's 1.5 inches in, and it's 1.5 inches down from there. And then the width size of this notch is 1 inch. Okay, so we've taken care of all of the different size and location dimensions. All right, next up, is every feature dimensioned? No. We still haven't done the hole. We still haven't done the large block. So we're going to go ahead and keep going. And now we look over here at the hole. Okay, which view best represents the hole? Well, this view would. Because if you look at guideline number 3, never dimension to a hidden line, the only way the hole is shown over here in the front and the top view is as hidden lines. So we would be breaking the guideline number 3. Don't want to do that. Number 1, or the right view over here, shows the contour of that hole best, does not have any hidden lines involved in the process. So that's where we want to do it. Now we're going to take care of our size and location. Okay. Don't forget also to add in the annotation of the center mark, which is that little kind of crosshair looking thing over the circle where we see the head-on view. And then on the side view and the front view and top view, where we're looking at the hidden line of it going all the way through the object, we need a center line going down that one. Okay, so the center mark's the crosshair, the center line's the dotted line that goes through and shows where the center is. And notice that the center mark comes out a little bit here, comes out a little bit there. All right. And so now let's take care of size and location, okay? So location in this case is from this bottom corner, it's a 1/2 inch in to where the hole center is and a 1/2 inch up to where the hole center is. And you have to think about, if you were to drill a hole, where do you start drilling? You start drilling at the center, okay? So that's why we give the distance to the center of the hole and not the distance to the edge of the hole. That wouldn't help very much, okay? And then we also give the diameter. That's what that little symbol means there. So it's a 1/4 inch diameter hole. Okay, so we know how big of a drill bit to get out to take care of this. And then the other thing is the length or depth of the hole, depending upon your perspective here. I guess this would be depth of the hole is 3 inches. So it's showing you from end to end how long that hole is. All right. Things also just looking up here at this. The last one here, avoid crossing leader lines. Okay, so bring this guy up here, this leader line, bring him up here so it's not crossing this extension line. And notice how this extension line is allowed to come all the way in to where the circle is, because normally our extension lines, see these extension lines up here, they have a little bit of a break in between the object and the extension line. These are allowed to go inside though, okay? If they don't need to go inside though, they should have that nice little break there. All right, next up, let's see, is every feature dimension? No, we still have to do the large block, okay? So in other words, we need to make sure we have the full length of the block, which is 3, done, okay? We need to make sure we have the full height of the block, done, there it is now added in, and the depth of the block, which is 1 over here in this view, okay? Now we could show this depth up here, but since we have all our other dimensions down here, it's best just to stick that guy with where all the other dimensions are, because you're going to see what happens to this view in a minute since we haven't put any dimensions up there. Alright, and the last thing to check for, I believe, here is every feature dimensioned, and I believe, hold on, let me check. Yeah, make sure that all the overall, oh wait, so yes, all of our features are dimensioned. Going on to the next one though, next in the flowchart is, okay, you think if you got all the features, double check and make sure you got your overall. So overall width, overall height, overall depth, done. Okay, so now the next thing is every view has more than one dimension, 1 or greater dimension, and the top view doesn't. So guess what happens to the top view? Well, follow the flowchart. Engineers love their flowcharts. Delete it. It's gone. It's done. Sad. But it wasn't needed. Okay? And that's it. The end.